The Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Plays.
A huge win. Now, what was the biggest play? That's the question. The Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Plays. Let us know who you think was the what you think was the biggest play of the game. Just 2 maps to choose from, so do let us know and cast your vote. It's nice and easy to do. Just head over to Twitter, and that's ESLCS. A lovely combination of letters. If you want more, hashtag Game Fuel Power Play. And let's take a little look at what they are.
The Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Plays.
So there was MBK, of course, holding down B with the SG. I mean, there was, I imagine it's going to be a very French collaboration of frags.
Yeah, one would imagine with how quickly this quarterfinal went on down. This play by Alex here after losing that opening kill was, a big play by him. This was a huge round by ZywOo here to grab 4 kills when they were, 5-1 down. He's able to stabilize. And I think I know what the next clip might be, Alex. It might be the ZywOo 1v3 with the AWP on the A bomb side.
I think Anders truly lost his mind for a moment there. That was insane. He hunted down that last frag onto Tarek Jacob. It was a gorgeous play and a gorgeous performance from ZywOo in Vitality.
All right, so we've got this play here, and we have to talk about the context of this situation. Obviously, the score not looking great for Vitality, but these 2 rounds in a row from ZywOo, we can start playing this one, were epic. This one here, as soon as he grabs this opening kill, he knows that he can get out of dodge and go straight towards the A-bomb site. The double kill, that is a little bit of luck applied there, but he gets himself in a situation where he's aware Apex can't go too far, finds the last kill, and that's a big round to win, and it helped add to that CT side, which they were struggling on. Look, they swapped to the T side, they got it done easily, but without these plays, they wouldn't have had as many rounds in that first half, Alex.
I'm afraid. And it's not the way the cookie crumbles.
No.
It is competitive Counter-Strike at its finest, and those that were the most competitive did prevail. Let's look at some of those competitive plays, though, as your Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Plays. You guys have to vote once again to let us know who you think deserves it. We do have your options. If you want to get involved, by the way, the hashtag is Game Fuel Power Play, and you can do that at ESLCS. The options, though, and I know that's what you care about. Let's take a look at your Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Plays.
The Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Plays.
Simple, of course, walked in with the pistol. I mean, he did start with a bang on Inferno. There's no doubt about it. Rez with his cleanup. It was against the Eco, perhaps not necessarily the nominee I'd be voting for.
I feel like there's a 4-kill around here.
Oh,
that
this
I
might be it.
Yeah, you know.
That's a good.
It was a pretty sick round, to be fair, and a big one in the game as well.
Yeah, Forrest stole his ace. I mean, it's only fitting.
You have to be a really good teammate to do something like that, don't you?
This is it. This is your race, Forrest, just making sure the round is won. Can't blame him. Do cast your vote, though. The hashtag is Game Fuel Power
I feel like
Plays.
people might be a bit biased on this one, but it's okay to be biased.
Honestly,
in this case, fair enough.
And a big day right now for Jacob Pimp Vinicki. He's going to be breaking down the results, and actually I'll do that here before he shows you the winner. Yikes. Okay, it is going to be a majority. Thorin might have seen this one coming. You did feel it, yes.
It was a very good play.
I think it probably is the
It wasn't even just
downright
sentimentality. Yeah, if you remove the nameplates, you also might have voted for that. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Jacob, you're going to break that one down for us.
I sure am, Alex. This one is a great clip of Get Right, and this one is one of the few reasons I used to hate this guy. He denied me a lot of wins, he denied me a lot of finals, and he denied me a lot of satisfaction from winning Counter-Strike games. He hasn't been playing like he does in this clip for quite some time, but he got to do it one more time today in front of this crowd. I was in here when it happened, and everyone went crazy. This 4K from Get Right was not only a great play by him, and not only some throwback to Get Right when he was at his best, but it was also at a very important time in the game. He gave them a realistic chance of actually fighting back in that game, and gave them a second chance of potentially taking Na'Vi to a 3rd map. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but you gotta give it to Get Right. He still got it.
And plays is where I want to go next. Do let us know what you think was the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Play of this series. It started what feels like forever ago, so cast your mind back to Inferno. Don't forget Dust 2. We can take a look at the options, the submissions, and then you guys can start to cast your vote. So we're going to be taking a look at those. I think
The Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Plays.
Why he keeps saying it, I don't know. I've said it already, and I'll say it again. ZywOo is insane, and he came very close to picking up this round. I mean, the fact that he falls off the bomb and then finds a new angle for the defuse, I love that.
Yeah, look creative on his feet there, but we had so many highlight moments in this one right here. Obviously, Apex, we highlighted some of his stuff earlier, this RPK round as well, Jacob. It's good to see him back in form, because I know you remember how good he once was.
Yeah, he used to be so good, and here goes for Device. He had such a rough showing. He had a terrible game, let's be honest. It was not Device we know him to be, but this round right here, he showed up with a big 4K with the AWP. So he had some moments, but overall, a very disappointing game for Device.
But first, a reminder that the way they did it, a full 3-map affair versus the Great Danes themselves, Astralis, fall in the semis. And we asked you what you thought was the Mountain Dew Amp GameFuel power play. The results are in, and it does look like, and I'm sure there's very few surprises, Device's AWP ace. It took a long time to get him online, but round 33, Jacob's going to break it down.
Yes, indeed, Alex. Round 33, Device did not have a great series. Device was absent pretty much that entire game and potentially could have had one of his worst series in quite some time. That being said, though, the AWP that he's displaying right here, that's what we know Device for. Quick, fast, very precise, and he always is good for these multi-kills as well. Device, as said, did not have a great series, but he got to show us why he's still an incredible player and used to be one of the best players in the world.
But first, let's talk about the Mountain Dew Amp GameFuel power plays of that series. We have got the options available for you. If you want to vote, you can do so at Twitter. Just ESLCS with the hashtag GameFuelPowerPlay. Nice and easy. These are your options. Let's take a little look.
The Mountain Dew Amp GameFuel Power Plays.
This was simple, just, I guess you could say pop in with the Scout. My goodness, he kept this completely locked down. Loved that one. Liege did walk into the site. I mean, it does seem like Dust 2 is where a lot of Liege's heroics happen. Twistzz, this was an insane round. The fact you get the first, sure, but the second, nonsense. The third, well, now you're just taking the mickey. This was a huge round as well, 14-12 on the scoreline. You can remind yourself of just how bad the second round went for Team Liquid here on map 2. Overpass did get taken away from them by the heroics of, well, Electronic, Boomich, of course, with that CZ. Let's focus on Overpass, albeit briefly, Jacob. Take a look at the results of our Mountain Dew Amp GameFuel power play votes. Oh, it's actually quite a house divided. Just Twistzz, 1 Deegs, and I don't blame you. That was gorgeous. I think Jacob does have it at the telestrator to break it down.
Yes, I do, Alex. The one player we didn't talk about in the pregame was actually Twistzz. We kind of forgot about him, but he's here showing why he needs to be talked about. The deagle that he progressed in this game, entirely of the Dust 2 game, Twistzz was just absolutely amazing. Dropping 31 frags in this one, and these deagle shots at this score, 14-12, highly impactful. This guy, as Duncan said, potentially is the best raw talented player within the North American Counter-Strike scene.
This, of course, did involve a whole lot of fantastic Counter-Strike as well. What were the very best plays? That's one of the questions I'm sure you're wondering. And in fact, Mountain Dew Amp GameFuel power plays acts as a way for us to understand which were the best plays. Let us know what your highlight is. Do communicate over on Twitter. It's nice and easy at ESLCS with that hashtag on screen. We're going to have a look at the options.
The Mountain Dew Amp GameFuel Power Plays.
So there was Twistzz, of course. It feels like oh so long ago on Overpass. My goodness, we did get to see this deagle. The fact that he had the audacity to actually get that final frag with the AK on his back, still using the sidearm. ZywOo, of course, his heroics. He did manage to have his first grand final, his first best of 5. He did manage to remind us and show us what he is going to be capable of in the future.
Yeah, look, he still finished this series with an amazing rating and was hugely impactful. And I think considering this is his first final of this caliber, if we can see that delivered time and time again, the world is going to be very excited by what this ZywOo character has to offer.
Alex too. I mean, admittedly, yes, there was this kind of somewhat of a dip, but Vitality, if you reflect on them, for the time they've had together, Duncan, they can be nothing but satisfied and excited. Dominance, certainly from Team Liquid. We'll be able to keep track of that as the events continue. But first, we have to find out the results. You guys have been casting your votes, and it does look like Twistzz deagle on Overpass. It was a gorgeous clutch with AK and deagle, and I think Jacob's got it up on the telestrator.
It was indeed a very beautiful clutch by the man himself, Twistzz. To me, he was my MVP in this final. A guy that gets a lot of recognition, but does he really get enough? This one right here with the deagle, that's just amazing. In a very close game, at a very important time, he pulls out the deagle, he pulls out the clutch, and makes sure that Liquid won that first map and did it all the way on Overpass. Twistzz was, as said, my personal MVP of this one, and this deagle clip is a great showcase of why.